frequency alchemists. It's Anahata. How are you? Welcome to my YouTube channel where I am pulling assisting frequencies for the collective every week. And the archive will be available to look back at as a reference point, and also tapping into the weekly energies to assist us all on our path. So without further ado, let's pull a code. As you may or may not know, the Anahata Codes are the law of attraction of energy medicine. They are assisting frequencies. These are portal gateway activations to the raw components of things. Now, that seems pretty abstract until you dive into the categories that are available. It becomes crystal clear. There are crystals, there are totem animal medicines, astrological colors, chakras, meridians, archetypes, anything you see in the environment around you, in the world, trees, of course, animals, elements, and anything that's ever been defined has an energy signature. And these raw components are accessible beyond our dimension. So think of it as tapping into the quantum nuggets of information, the energy signatures, which make things things. And so something in the universe already holds the resonance that you seek. And when you tap into it, you can really make progress towards desires, perhaps that you don't have in physical form with you, that you're longing for, as well as to let go of habitual looping and processing, which is creating dysfunctional cycles. So releasing something and ending the focus on it. And so this week specifically, we are looking at the collective asking. That is the energy and information which would be most useful for the most people to leverage during this week of Okay, so this week holds really beautiful energy for the week of August 4th through the 10th, 2019. Now again, you can look back at this anytime. It doesn't mean that it doesn't apply and that you can't activate this assisting frequency. It simply means that I pulled this code with the collective asking for this week specifically in mind. And the code that arose to support us comes from one of my favorite categories, the archetype category. Now, archetypal energy is interesting, to say the least. And if you don't know anything about it, this is going to be educational. If you do, then you're just going to love it. Archetypes are the personas that society has taken on as a collective. There are themes and threads of energy personas that are adopted by the masses. In fact, it's just part of being human. We all have parts of all of these personas. Personas like the hero archetype, the magician, the lover. There are actually 12 archetypes, main archetypes, that were coined by the psychologist Carl Jung, Jung. And there are soul type archetypes. There are ego type archetypes. And there are self type archetypes. And so today's assisting frequency comes from the category of archetypes, and it will allow you to tap into the total definition of this archetype in a way that serves you So it's going to be a holistic activation. You will activate what you need precisely as you need it. So no two people will activate this code the same way. And the energies this week, cosmically, astrologically, are already about love, abundance, joy. And so I was delighted when I pulled the assisting frequency for this week, which is okay. So I will go ahead and put a link to this content. It was a great reference site in the description of today's video. And we'll just go through it really quickly. And I want you to understand that you have access to activating the collective definition precisely as you need it. So amplifying up or toning down in any given moment, in any given circumstance. And again, the archetypes are personas that the ego takes on. And with any persona we adopt, at the core is a fear, right? There's a fear of something, so we amplify the desire end. We live in a polar world. So you'll see and you'll notice on this page there are both weaknesses and goals, both desires and fears. So the Lover motto is, "You're the only one." The core desire is intimacy and experience. The goal, being in a relationship with people, work, and surroundings that you love. The greatest fear is being alone, a wallflower, unwanted or unloved. The strategy is to become more and more physically and emotionally attractive. Weakness, outward directed desire to please others at the risk of losing your own identity. The Lover talent is passion, gratitude, appreciation, commitment. And the Lover is also known as the partner, friend, intimate, enthusiast, sensualist, spouse, and team builder. So let's explore this a little bit deeper. All right, so the potential weakness for this archetype, and one which you will have direct access to remedying, to assisting, to flipping, to neutralizing, to balancing, is altruism. And that just simply means putting others above yourself to the point where it can actually be harmful to your own well-being. So the Lover archetype weakness is potentially performing acts for others that put their own safety and or well-being at risk. This can lead to being manipulated by others or controlled by someone else. So the Lover archetype weakness is actually going to be a strength for you with the Anahata Code, because with all assisting frequencies, you receive access to the polarity. So we, in this weakness, have access to resolving it. Now, the challenges that the Lover may face have to do with self-esteem and basing their worth through the eyes of others, right? Caring too much about what other people think about them. And, you know, it's something that we all struggle with. We want approval, but it shouldn't, our happiness shouldn't depend on what others are perceiving us as. So rejection, fear of rejection, finding a way to love yourself regardless of what's being projected upon you externally, will really be felt with this code. Access to pain and discomfort relief right? For anyone who struggles with self-esteem or anxiety and is challenged in that way, this archetype, this code is going to be awesome for that. And in terms of wealth, the lover archetype is giving. So this is going to assist you in feeling good about giving to others. When you are abundant and you share your wealth, it will come back to you. And so your financial success will be increased due to this code through random acts of kindness and or investing and giving to others. And with your health and this archetype, you run the risk of putting your own needs on the back burner, right? If you are continually thinking about others first, you may not consider your own needs. So this code is going to really bring some self-needed nurturing to you so that you can understand on an intimate level that you are at your best when you are at your best, and when you can function and you aren't stressed out and you are taking care of your own health needs, relaxing, meditating, making sure you get enough rest, making sure you're grounded, making sure you have healthy boundaries in place, that you're eating right, that you're exercising, that you're being mindful. So these are no longer selfish things. These are merely things that will increase your ability to flow your prana healthily. And in doing so, you'll be able to give more to others. So it's a means to an end, making sure that you take care of yourself. It's kind of like in the airplane when they say, put your own oxygen mask on first and then assist others. We got to make sure that we're nurturing ourselves, and this code is going to help you do that as well. Lastly, when it comes to love, that's what the lover does the best. And unconditionally, right? Despite conditions, they just love to love, which is a beautiful thing to have, making sure that you're also loving yourself unconditionally. And in doing so, sometimes you have to really set healthy boundaries, and it no longer becomes unconditional love in a sense where you allow abuse. It's unconditional love and discernment of what is going to facilitate love back for you as well and help you to expand, not in exchange or only when, but as simple preference, and being able to set up boundaries, healthy boundaries, loving people unconditionally. But that doesn't mean you have to surround yourself with these types of people who just take and take and take. It means you can discern. You can love on them, give to them, but also realize that it is a give and take. So you can begin to decipher which relationships are mutually filling you up and which ones you simply may need to put less energy into. And it doesn't mean you're judging, it just means you are discerning what is going to be most fulfilling in an exchange, in a mutual exchange. So that's the lover archetype in a nutshell. So let's go ahead and install this. As a reminder, the assisting frequencies are free at www.anahatacodes.com. We are just installing one of thousands of assisting frequencies. So we are in the archetype category, honing in on the lover, which is a soul type, and the code is 2-12. So I will install that for us now. Go ahead and place your left palm up, right hand on your heart. We ask for, align with, and allow this Anahata code. With gratitude, we activate the assisting frequency for the lover archetype. 2-12. 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. Now put both hands on your heart and breathe with gratitude. It is so. Okay, that's it for this week, guys. Thanks for joining me. God bless you on your path to wholeness. And I hope that this code supports you through the week and always. And go ahead and subscribe and click the bell icon if you want weekly Anahata Codes delivered to you. All right, take care. God bless. Bye-bye.